Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Cambridge RTG. We are still mid-table, still pushing to try and put together that run of form that will see us get up to the playoffs. We have got some favourable fixtures in the next couple of months, so I am hoping that we should be able to get to the playoffs this season. And fingers crossed, at the second time of asking, make it out of this division and up to the Premier League. We start with Barnsley in 8th. Then we've Preston, Stoke and Queen's Park Rangers. It will probably be Stoke that the other league game we play. I'm not sure where Preston are actually in the league. Preston, if they're above us, we'll certainly play them. They are not. Preston are, oh dear. Preston are bottom. So we'll play Barnsley, we'll play Stoke, and we might actually only play those two as it is a transfer window, though we're not looking to do much transfer business. I don't have much money. I have some names on my shortlist as per your feedback for right backs, as that's the next position I'm looking to improve in. But I don't know if I'm going to have the finances to be able to do it. Josh Key at right back, he's 76 and he's not really growing that much anymore, only by one a season. So going to look to have someone else come in to start ahead of him. But who that someone is, I don't know. We're still about 11 days, a couple of weeks away from getting Scott Twine back from his injury as well. So still a little while before he comes back. Some more players have left on loan. And obviously Ollie Burke left us permanently. So we do have a little bit of pennies. But not many pennies. Not many pennies. About 7.5 million. So we could try and loan someone. And we have a couple on here that we would be more loanable than not. Scally at Borussia Mönchengladbach. I need to try and somehow find out if he's first team for them or not. Gusto at Palace might be loanable. Don't know if he's first team for them. I don't think so. Although Ed Leonard is the other Palace right back we're scouting. One of the two of them is their first team. And then Henry Lawrence is a player that starts at Wimbledon but is now at Tottenham. He might be loanable as well. Also got Daniel Pike, who might be okay, but I don't know whether he's actually going to have grown enough to start. I don't think so. And then Cody Drame, who starts at mind blank. Not sure. Starts somewhere that is at Cardiff, I think. I might be well off with that. Cody Drame, I think, starts at Cardiff. And is now at Leeds in this save, but obviously won't be starting for them. And then actually there's Jamie Shackleton, who is over in Germany at the minute, at Union Berlin. And he's just transferred there as well, although presumably, because I added him to my shortlist before we got to the January transfer window, that was in the summer. So we might be able to tease him away from Union Berlin. But we'll start by hopefully teasing our way up the table. Barnsley away to start, and then we will just take it game at a time from there. Very narrow back three for them, Barnsley, but Jack Walton in goal, Jordan Williams on the right, then Hellick, Halme and Anderson in those three, with Callum Stiles at left wing back. Josh Benson and Rommel Palmer in the midfield, with Rodney Redes again out on the right, Leira Saker on the left, who came off the bench against us last time, and Corley Woodrow up top through the middle. Leira Saker caused me some problems, but his finishing let him down. We're at full strength, minus Scott Twine. Not quite full stamina, but certainly almost our very full strength rating-wise lineup. We should be good enough and strong enough here to see Barnsley off. As long as they don't play like Reading, we'll be fine. I still can't quite believe the way that Reading played in that last game of the last episode, but we should be very much able to win this. Nice interception by Chapman. Elijah Stone then steps in as well to make sure we keep the ball. Faulkner played in quickly. Looking here for Cade Gordon, who's in behind. That's got to be a pen. Oh, are you having a laugh, ref? He's flattened me. I'm sure he doesn't get anything on the ball there. I'm sure he doesn't. Not even close. VAR in the Championship, please. Cade Gordon gets there first, takes a touch, and he's just quite frankly wiped out. And they somehow get away with it. Thomas Bramall, have a long, hard look at yourself, mate, because you clearly don't know how to referee. I'll be putting in a complaint to the FA if this were real life. That's shocking. Josh Key, forward to Lancaster, pokes that there to Rodoni. Chapman's on the move. He's not rapid, but first touch with his back. Who'd have thought? Lancaster across to Elijah Stone, forward to, well, I was looking for Faulkner, but it'll find Rodoni. Now it finds Rodoni. Oh, as if he saved that. Oh, my God. I was certain I'd scored. I was certain I'd scored. How have I not had a pen or scored there? What has a man got to do to score a goal against Barnsley? Lancaster's there. Rudoni's through that gap. It's a lovely ball. Keeper's calm. Oh, I tried to lift it over him, and I couldn't quite pull it off. Gwilt should win this header, and Falconer will find the ball at his feet. Quickly look for Rudoni again. Falconer's going to make a run off me, hopefully. Chapman! At last! Huzzah! Cambridge 1, Barnsley 0, George Chapman! That's been coming. Here's Kane. Out wide. Ferland Mendy, now an Everton player, it seems. Signed from Real Madrid. Presumably, anyway. He might have moved elsewhere in the meantime. Cade Gordon trying to get away from the man that's with him. Chapman quickly for Rudoni. This should be 2. And is. Rudoni will have his goal. Oh, a straightforward start, it seems, to the January transfer window on the field. We're going to get a good victory here against Barnsley. It could have been, oh, so much better. Penalty in the first half. Somehow the keeper kept out that Rudoni shot as well. Could be 3 or 4 goals to the good. Will certainly be 3 points to the good come the end of the game. There's no way that Barnsley get themselves back in this now. I am not going to let them. Nice ball through. Oh, and played across to Kane. Good block. Built dangerously there for Barnsley. Just asked Birmingham. Wouldn't be the first time we'd thrown away a 1-0 lead in the last 10 minutes. We conceded with practically the last kick of the game against MK Dons to draw 1-1. Oh, who's he picked up there? Oh, actually, it has found Ben Woolman. And then conceded twice in the last 7 minutes against Birmingham to turn a 1-0 win to a 2-1 defeat. We certainly have had points dropped this season, haven't we? From time to time. We could already have been in the playoffs at this stage of the season. We're looking to get ourselves back up there, and this will put us 3 points closer to a team that are already on the edge in Barnsley. Hopefully this is what kick-starts the rest of our season now. A strong final end to the championship season would see us A, reach the playoffs, and B, reach the playoffs in form as well. So it'd be the perfect time to get into them towards the end of the season. I think the top 2 spots are probably gone for now, but that's a game that we won and a game that we dominated and deserved to win. And hopefully that's the theme of the rest of the episode. We've arrived then on the day to play Sheffield United. We've had a couple of scout reports back. None of them really looking that favourable at the moment. Scally 79 rated. He is the only right back that Borussia Mönchengladbach have. So that is a no. With regards to the Crystal Palace guys, Gusto is 80 rated. And we're still waiting to see the final report on Ed Leonard, but judging by his technical stats, doesn't look like he's going to be that good anyway. So he'll be back up at Palace, which means it could be realistic to try and sign him, but he's not going to be good enough, so I wouldn't want to sign him anyway. We're waiting on some other scout reports as well. We've also added Steven Sessegnon to the list because he's 3rd or 4th choice right back at Fulham, so there's still the option to potentially sign someone at right back in this window. You'll notice that Rudoni is up to 81, Chapman is up to 85, Gordon is up to 79. There's growth throughout the squad continually. It seems for the time being that Cooper has stopped at 76. He has peaked at 76, and you notice that Hubner is continuing to grow. 74 now for the big German. It's just his reflexes in his positioning now that are behind. Diving, we're still 5 behind to be fair. Handling is much better, 77 to 71. Kicking is much better, but that's not really that important for me. It's positioning and reflexes that we need to improve for Hubner, but he's probably not far off first team football now. A lot of players starting to peak though, as you can see as we move through. So we're at the position now where a number are going to have to really be moved on, or at least thought about rotated out of the starting 11, but it depends what league we're in next year, because obviously at the minute I don't have the funds to play anyone else in, nor do we have the opportunity to use someone else in the squad. We're going to sim Sheffield United, and we will. This rotation side did very well in the Carabao Cup, unfortunately out in the FA Cup at the first attempt. Norrington Davies scoring after a minute, and then Lis Mousset scoring the second goal 15 minutes before half-time. Might have been a decent money spinner for the club, though, if it were FM or real life. Doyle has completed his growth pattern now, and as he's up to 77, and he's still got plenty of growth left in him. So... Stopper? No, let's do sweeper. 24 weeks. So coming up next for us then will be a Sims game against Preston, and then we'll play Stoke. And we'll see what else happens with regards the transfer window. Okay, Kirk, keep going, pal. One more from you, please, if you can. Transfer bid from Ajax for Kirk Falconer of 13.2 million, which we will reject. Sorry, Ajax. Enjoying managing you on Facebook, but you're not having Kirk here on YouTube. So bottom of the table, Preston next. I think we all know what's coming here. Ready? Wait for it. Oh, we actually won. Look at that. 1-0 Chapman. Thank you, George. Another goal for Chappers. Captain Fantastic. We have ourselves the opportunity to move slightly higher in the table. Josh Key transferred from Genk. That's a no, thank you very much. And now we've officially been registered as out of the FA Cup. My manager rating has plummeted again. We lost to Sheffield United, and manager rating was in the 80s. Registered us as losing to Sheffield United, and despite getting green ticks in both of those, and a green tick there, that's knocked us down by 20 points in our manager objective. Superb, pal. Absolutely superb. What's the gap? Oh, 5 points. The gap to the playoffs is 5 points. This is the run of form we were hoping to go on. We're only 7 points behind our next opponents, Stoke City. So we could close that to just 4 points. Now, last time we played Stoke, we were in a position to close the gap on them in the playoffs, and we lost to them by 2-1, was it? Where are you, Stoke? Yeah, by 2-1. Now is the opportunity to get payback, to throw ourselves into the playoff mix. Scott Twine back in the lineup. For those of you on YouTube as well, we have had some scout reports back on players that don't look that good. There was Vladimir Laronia, who looks like a genuinely good option at Derby, who are in our league. He's not that expensive. He's better than Josh Key, but the team aren't willing to sell him because he's too important to the club apparently. So there's no chance for me to be able to try and sign him. Says he's not for sale as the team doesn't have enough depth. They do have another right back and a left back and numerous centre backs, but FIFA being FIFA. So we're still waiting on full scout reports on the rest. A couple of the others came back and they just weren't good enough, like Pike from Blackburn. He just wasn't there. Ed Leonard looks like he's going to be pretty rubbish as well, to be fair, but we'll see the scout report through. Lawrence looks like he's probably going to be not good enough either, despite being affordable, very much so. But I don't think he's going to have the ability currently to be able to jump into the team. So let's jump into the game against Stoke and try and close the gap yet further on those playoff spots. Stoke in the playoffs, as you've seen, and challenging for promotion back to the Premier League. Joseph Bursick in goal for them. Laura at right back with Connor Taylor, Lloyd Kelly, Harry Suter and Josh Tyman at left wing back. Tashan Oakley, Atebo and Alan Campbell in the middle. Atebo just monstered me in the last game. Harvey Nibbs gets the nod up top again for them, as well as Jacob Brown, who scored both goals in that 2-1 defeat for us a few weeks ago. But now is the chance to get payback and again throw ourselves a little bit closer to that playoff picture, with still plenty of games left in the season to try and get into the playoffs. But I definitely think Watford and Bournemouth at the top of the table are gone. I don't think the automatic spots are available for us unless we have the most remarkable turnaround in fortunes for both us and them at the top end of the table. But stranger things have happened in a FIFA career mode before, so we're not going to write anything off. Rudoni out of his feet and into Sutar's feet. To Falconer, look at the run there of Twine. He's done well. Into that channel for Rudoni. Yes! We lead at the Stoke City Stadium. We're in front thanks to Jack Rudoni, up to 81 rated. Still going to take more than a year to train at centre forward and 2 years to train at striker. But as a cam in a centre forward role, he's still doing the business. And there's Josh Key into Cade Gordon. Look at Falconer, he's begging for it there. Lovely little back heel. George Chapman. I've got to make that two. I've got to make that two. What a block. Unbelievable stop by Lloyd Kelly. Put it a bit deeper. Maybe Chapman or Gwilt can get on the end of this. Oh, it's Harry Sutar that's with him. Well, Doyle's here to nod this down. And Falconer, it sat up nicely. Oh, did it ever? Brilliant stop by the keeper. No spectacular second goal for us here yet. Stone with a corner, looking for Gwilt. Gwilt is up. Nibs is up and away. Falconer will knock this down, though. And Rudoni into Teddy Coles around the corner. Oh, I needed that one extra pass to Cade Gordon, and he was in behind to either shoot or square it across. Doyle should win this, and he's done well. Falconer brings it down. Finds Rudoni. We're playing well here. We're absolutely bossing Stoke. Twine. Ah, you thought I was going to get Teddy Coles, didn't you? Oh, I didn't. Never mind, you've won it back anyway. Note to self, don't gloat at Stoke. Who does Hugo CK play for, though, Tees? That's the thing. Oh, well in, Rudoni. Gifted me the ball. Surely Falconer can't miss this. 2-0 Cambridge! Kirky boy with his little goatee does the business. And let's be honest, he couldn't have missed, could he? He had the entirety of the box to himself. I did take it a little bit too long before getting the shot away because the defender was coming back at me. Well, I didn't want to over-sprint, so I slowed down there, took an extra touch, and then bang, top corner. 2-0 Cambridge against Stoke. They're making the sort of mistakes that I tend to make, and it's working in my favour this time. Up the Yellers! Up into the playoffs, hopefully, sooner rather than later. If the result goes our way against QPR at the end of the episode, maybe even by the end of today, we could be up into the playoffs. Dear Huddersfield, please lose. Well intercepted by Stone. Jacob Brown gives it away needlessly. Cade Gordon out wide to Josh Key. Chapman's there, you can see my options. Rudoni's there again. He's looking to get around the defender. He's done brilliantly to do so. Falconer was meant for Chapman. It finds Chapman. And at the second attempt, he buries it for a third. Sorry, Stoke. You're not good enough here this time. We are getting our payback. Thank you very much. That's a lovely ball by Nibs into Jacob Brown. Scored twice against us last time. Back at the Beaverwood. We'd love to deny him and his whole team any goals here, because goal difference could be important come the end of the season. We're on the counter here, and adding a fourth could be very, very good. And there is the space for Rudoni to get into here, and Harry Sutar's not going to be quick enough to catch me, nor is anyone else that's around me. Oh, and it cannons off the keeper and bounces off Scott Twine before he can get it under control and look for the goal himself. Gwilt will get that down and we'll play it away. 25 minutes to go. We are comfortable here against Stoke, and we'll certainly look to make some changes to give some first-team players a rest. Not that they really need it with a full week till the next game, but it's always nice to give some fringe players a bit more football. Kirk will look for Rudoni. Okay, he'll find Cade Gordon. Suit yourself. We'll go for goal then. Okay, can't do that either. Faulkner off. Joey Ironside on. Rudoni back to Cam. Ironside off the bench. Striker getting a bit of a nice boost. We'll throw Conde on. And Dykesteel can come on for Josh Key. He is currently my backup right back, of course. But Josh Key, we're looking to make the backup right back. And Dykesteel will remain a backup centre back, as well as giving us more squad depth. Jacob Brown round the corner. Alan Campbell's in. It could be 3-1. It still could. It will. Just couldn't get to it for the rebound. They've pulled one back with 20 to go. Lovely flick by Twine. Forward looking for Ironside. Stumbles and misses it, but the final whistle sounds at the Stoke City Stadium. Very, very good performance. Excellent in the first half. Untouchable. They couldn't get near us. We were playing like Reading were yesterday. Up the Yellers. Absolutely fantastic result. Huddersfield draw as well, so we'll close on them. Swansea lose as well, so I think we'll close on them too. Swansea are above us, I think. We're up in 8th, and we are 4 points off the playoffs with 16 games to go. And I tell you what, we're only 4 points off bloody 3rd. Every side in the playoffs is on 54 points. The top 2 look like they're gone, but you never know. 13 points the gap to Bournemouth with 16 to go. Is it doable? We'll concentrate on the playoffs first, and we'll see what else happens from there. Progress assessment here from the board. With them asking me to sign a crucial midfield player. I'm not going to be able to do that, I'm afraid, lads. Sorry. But we'll try and finish the window strong with our form. Get a victory against Preston. Not Preston. Who was it? QPR at the end. Some more scout reports. Jayden George. A bit of 920 grand from Strasbourg for Jayden George. Sure, he's not going to play for me ever, is he? Henry Lawrence, final scout report on him. 74 rated at Tottenham. Now, is he going to grow more than Josh Key? Key's 76. I'd be intrigued to double check and see what stats look like between him and Josh Key. Ed Leonard is also 74. He might be an even better option. He's quick, got better stand tackle than the other guy we just looked at. His name has already escaped me. Cody Drame at the top as well. 75 rated at Leeds. Valued at 7 million. Oh, is Drame the option then? He's on loan at Cardiff in real life, Drame. Henry Lawrence, that was it. Henry Lawrence isn't as good as Ed Leonard, and Ed Leonard isn't as good as Cody Drame. He's only 75, but at 24, he's probably got better room to grow. Cody Drame. How was Josh Key now? 26, but he's peaked, and he's been peaked for like 2 seasons. So he's obviously not, even with dynamic potential, he's not kicking on. Is Drame the answer? Drame might be the answer, you know. I'm tempted. Steven Sessegnon at Fulham is probably not going to be the one. Gusto's moved to Lens, which means probably Ed Leonard is Netway, certainly is now Crystal Palace's starting right back, so they're not going to let him go. And if it's between Henry Lawrence and Drama, is it Drama or Dramer? I don't know, I'd have to double check. But between the two of them, you'd certainly go with a Leeds man. Let's double check and see if he's Leeds' first team right back. If he is, I don't know if I can guarantee it. But if he's not, then that could absolutely be a goer. Leeds United have Max Aarons at right back. 83 rated Max Aarons and plenty of other fullback options. Cody might be coming to Cambridge United. I'm going to go for it. Reckons I need to pay about 8 million for him. Well, we will have about that available once that other low-rated guy sells. Will they accept 7? I'll offer valuation. They want Adun in as make weight. No, you're not having him, but I'll give you a little bit more money. 7.3. Will they accept that? 8.2. Now I can afford that, but then I wouldn't be able to afford his wages. So I'll try 7.7, which is as far as I can go with everything in my transfer budget, and they will accept. So, Cody, are you coming in then? Cody Drama might be. He only wants a rotation role as well. Dream! That means that surely he won't want that much wage-wise. No release clause is fine. Take a wage cut, pal. Tell me what you want. He's not going to. I can offer up to 38. I'll offer him 33, and we'll see if they're willing to negotiate from there. He's in! Cody Drama, he's not higher rated than Josh Key, but I bet he has a better potential. He's in. Where are you? So, he's just quicker. His passing's better. His dribbling's better. His physical's better. And his defending is nearly as good. His stand tackle is actually better than Josh Key. It's just his slide tackle that's not as good. We've done it. We've done it. It's late on in the window, but we've done it. We have a new player into the club in a position that we did want to improve in, and I'm sure Dramer will grow from there. So even though on paper, as a 75 rated player, he is a step back from a 76 rated player, but actually he's quicker, he's better with the ball at his feet, and he's better in the tackle. So, I mean, I'm sure, actually, that makes me very happy to bring him in and start him. And within 6 weeks, he'll be just as high rated as everybody else, just Josh Key. There's a lot of unhappy faces at the club right now, so I might have to go through and offer some new contracts around to everybody else that we're looking to keep at the club longer term. Get a scout report back on Jamie Shackleton here. George has been sold. Bid from Hetafe. 50 million? Bloody hell. 50 million for a championship player. Have a word. Jamie Shackleton, 79 rated at Union Berlin, but very expensive. So I couldn't have afforded him anyway. Josh, I'll think about it, Josh. Sorry, mate, you're actually not. You're on the bench, though. Was he on the bench? Did I put him on the bench? I put him on the bench, didn't I? I put him on the bench. You're on the bench. Come on. Let's build on our good results so far. Up the Yellers. Rudoni and Gordon with the goals. We win by 2-1 against Queen's Park Rangers. And that might put us even closer to the play. Oh, my God. Noni Madueke, Leicester to Inter, 127.4 million. Locatelli, Juventus to Manchester City, 81.5. Kessié, 70.9. PSG to Brighton. That's a step down. Right, unless anything happens on deadline day, then we'll just skip to the end because I don't have anything else left to do, nor any money with which to do it. So unless anything happens, I'll show you the transfers and we'll see how much money has been spent come the final hour. But for now, there's not really much for us left to do. Oh, shit. Ironside. Contract offered by AIK to Joey. Guess who's now going to go and get himself a new contract? Mr. Ironside. Oh, he's dropped to 71. I cannot bring myself to let him go. He's on 13.5. He's probably not going to accept a wage cut, but he'll accept that. What? No extension? Yeah, sure. You got 6 months left. We'll sign you on a new deal and not add any time on it. We'll go to negotiate then. He's taken a wage cut, Joey. We actually made some money. Obviously, we had to pay the bonus, but he's extended his deal and he's going to stay with us, hopefully, into the Premier League. That's the plan. That's the plan. We'll try and get it done. Right. Or we get a Conde bid from random Portuguese team. Portimonense. Reject. Thank you very much. So, the biggest transfer deals in this window. Madueke we looked at. Federico Chiesa has moved from Fiorentina to Arsenal. In between when you last saw and now. And there are, well, some intermediate deals being done. There's not much gone through in the transfer window here. Middlesbrough sold a couple of players but signed a couple of players. I don't suppose there's really much been done at all. Derby have sold Bird. There's never really much done in the lower leagues, is there? There is in real life, obviously, but on FIFA, people just don't make transfers for some reason. Watford have sold Badiashile to Atalanta for £43 million. That will weaken them at the top. Swansea sold Joel Pirro to FC Köln, so he's not an option for us as a backup striker next season. But if we're in the Premier League, we're certainly going to be looking higher than Joel Pirro. So the biggest transfer deals in this window so far then, or at the end of this window, Madueke, Chiesa. The next one was Locatelli. And then let's see, what else? We've got Fikayo Tomori to Barcelona for 79.8. We've got Aymeric Laporte leaving Barcelona to go to Lazio. Kessie we saw as well. Yuri Tielemans from Manchester City to Atletico Madrid. Serge Gnabry to Atletico Madrid as well. Ferland Mendy to Everton is one we saw a little earlier on. Carlos Soler to Southampton. Eric Garcia from Dortmund to Real Madrid. Ask Barca fans about that. That went through in November, actually, and then Scamacca went in September. Deal was done in September, but then will have obviously moved on January the 1st. Similarly, Dominic Calvert-Lewin will have moved on January the 1st. Bayern Munich to Chelsea. At 85 rated, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's probably pretty damn good. Kamara to Liverpool in January. And down to 55.5 million. That is as far as she goes. So then, with 15 games to go in the championship season, we are now a point off the playoffs. See what I mean about a run of form? Still 13 off Bournemouth and 14 off Watford. But Watford have sold Badiashile, so maybe they'll have a bit of a wobble. They've only lost 2 games, though, to be fair. But the playoffs, very much a possibility for us now. Absolutely a possibility. Sorry, Josh. Keep working on your game, pal. Transfer window closed. Conde Utrecht have now bid for Conde. We will reject. And let's have a quick look at the monthly scout report at the end. I'm going to say no to you then. Give you another month. Say no. We'll say no. I know 700 grand, but his potential window wasn't that great. I'll say no there as well. And then from Ireland, what have we got? No. 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 Nothing from Ireland then, unfortunately, at this stage. But with Peterborough to start, then Blackburn, West Brom, and then Watford at the end of the month, and Bournemouth to play the day after that as well, we could perhaps start to close the gap on those automatic promotion spots. Let's concentrate on getting into the playoffs first, and then we'll go, then we'll go for automatic promotion after that. But let's get in the playoffs first. We're very nearly there. Some of you thought it wasn't possible. We are proving that it is. Up the Yellers. I'll see you tomorrow.